Hi, this is Rob Veach from Vparanormal.
And my name is Art Brundle from Vparanormal.
So the next thing I'm going to show you is the interviews that we had with the clients, Nick and Jeremy. They have another restaurant called the Alley 64. I'm going to show you some footage of their security cameras. And they're going to talk about what they've experienced on the Hideaway 64 during construction and what other people have experienced also, and a couple things that happened to them that make them feel that there's something paranormal going on at that location.
My name is Nick Cassiello. I'm one of the owners of the new Hideaway 64 with my brother and sister. We've had this for almost a year, just getting to the point now we're actually starting to do demo our build out, and we need to get this place open and start bringing people in and start having some fun stuff going on. So
my name is Jeremy Cassiello. My brother's Nick, of course. My sister Tiffany. Our entire family, basically, we want to reopen this landmark that's been closed for way too long. So our whole idea of this is basically bringing this back to be a family-friendly restaurant. The history of this place, it was so sad to hear it close down. The Brooks family did such a great job for many years, and we're hoping that we could bring that feeling back.
What's the 64 mean?
64 just ties into, we own a couple other bars and restaurants. Alley 64 is our first bar that we opened as a family, and it's on North Avenue. Yeah. So we kind of, just our regulars, when we put Hideaway 64, kind of lets everyone know that we're tied in together.
That's a good idea. Any experiences that you've had personally here since you started working?
I've had the same ones that with our guys when we came in and saw the door blown off. When I first got here, I was a little freaked out to being here by myself.
Yeah. Do you think if a Capone is here, he's going to be happy with the way he's going to look?
Hope so. He was a tough dude, so it's a...
And there's a little paranormal activity at that restaurant too, right?
Oh, yeah. We've had a motorcycle flip over. So there's a couple things, and a lot of the girls have some experiences, all of our bartenders. Yeah. Where glass is flying off the bar, the chair falling off the bar that after no one's around there. All in all, I think we're gonna have a good time. And I think everyone's going to have a good time over here.
This next segment that you're going to see is Nick taking us around, showing us various parts of the building where they experienced paranormal activity.
Yeah, so we took a picture of this wall, and I actually didn't think anything of it. I just thought it was a spooky little room. Oh. And so many different people have seen different faces in this wall, and it's spooky. So this is the door that we actually, when we came into work, everything was locked up, windows, everything. We came in, one of our first guys came running out to us and said someone broke out because this whole place was locked up airtight. We came in and there was only this door was completely blown out, and there was only one hinge holding the door on. And the person, all they would have had to do was hit the emergency exit, door would have popped open. We had a pile of copper this high. Nothing was taken. We had on the second floor, we had 2 coolers full of champagne and beer. Nothing was taken. And in the Capone room, we had all of our tools, not one thing taken. Another story, this window right here missing the pane. Architect was in here by himself, which he said he'll never step foot in here again. He kept hearing voices upstairs. Yeah. He said it was freaking him out. And he was standing here. He said he felt something on the back of his neck, and this inside window pane came smashing in. And I guess this is the room I just heard recently from a neighbor that lives up on the hill right here, that this is where they found the dead bartender. Second floor, this is the place where I took the photo of, it looks like a woman in a white dress, which when we bought the place, I heard that was one thing that people saw on the second floor was a woman in a white dress a lot. I had 100 pictures I took that night, and that was the only one picture with something in it. So, but this is an apartment where, in fact, where the guy who told us about the bartender that passed away, he lived here when he was 10 years old, up here. So there's all the Capone stuff in here, all the pictures.
They left a lot of stuff.
They shut the door like it was, like I said, they thought they were coming back the next day and just never came back.
So I'm going to explain the setup that we had here at this investigation. We had the paraselfie up on the second floor, all by itself running, and that was transmitting an image to the first floor that Art and I could look at. so we could see real time anything that was happening. All the questions that were going on at that time were pre-recorded, and we were playing that automatically. And they're also going into the environment as an EMF signal. So Art and I were on the first floor monitoring the paraselfie all during this upcoming footage that I'm going to show you.
So we were setting up downstairs, getting everything in order, and all of a sudden we heard a boom sound on the second floor. When we went up to investigate, we couldn't find anything.
So this location at 35 West 337 Riverside in St. Charles was a brothel and a restaurant and a place for the selling of whiskey and other illegal activity, prostitution and so forth. If that's the case, and this is a location that's being visited by somebody that maybe was around at that time, or maybe it's Al Capone, just let us know and give us your name of, who is here.
I didn't know that. You just lock it. Put it up against the beam. No, you have to put it by anything that's got to be open air. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll have to get the chair. Okay, we're going to have to turn these lights off.
Somebody that maybe was around at that time, or maybe it's Al Capone. Just let us know and give us your name. Just let us know and give us your name of.
So we were asking a series of questions or on the first floor monitoring the paraselfie, and we were kind of making fun of Capone's tombstone, how small it was. And we did get an EVP response on the digital recorder on the paraselfie. It's kind of a knocking sound that's can't really explain, really.
Yeah, we don't know what the sound was, but it was definitely right when we asked that question. I made mention of Al's tombstone being rather small for a man of his magnitude, so it was interesting.
So we're talking, Al, as if you're here, and we're talking as if you really were involved with that St. Valentine's Massacre. Why don't you set the record straight?
How come somebody as famous as you doesn't have a fancy tombstone that's standing up in the ground and looking really fancy?
Yeah, you should have a crypt and a mausoleum.
Yeah, all you got is a little ground thing. You know, you got the Capone family, nice big stone, but, you know, I was kind of surprised how kind of crappy looking your headstone looked.
John Capone, if you're here, you should be pissed. You just insulted your tombstone. Just heard something.
This next part that you're going to see is Robert and myself walking around on the first floor in the dining area. And then we make our way to this creepy staircase, which Robert went underneath to investigate, which I refused to do.
So what I have in my hand here is a sensor that if you go near it, it'll go off, let us know that you're here. And you could also talk into that little red light and we'll hear your voice. So we're in the little dining area where all the Capone memorabilia was for about 2 years. So is anybody here with us in this room?
So, is there anyone in here with us? This was Al's private dining room. I'm sure back in the day, Al, it looked really nice. A lot of nice chandeliers. A nice old fireplace. I'm sure you had that going.
Why don't you light the fireplace, Al? We're freezing.
Yeah, turn the fireplace on and warm us up. You know what else would warm us up? Setting off the alarms. They're all over, especially on the second floor. All right.
Okay, we're over here. Art, I'm going to go over here by the staircase where Nick thought he had an interesting picture taken. Okay, now we got the infrared going. I'm going to set this device right in here to make it real easy for you to say hello to us. Okay, I'll set that reset. Okay. This was a little bathroom. So I've got the 2 devices there you can go near. Let's see if anybody's in here. Go near those devices. Sound them off. This is a creepy little part of a staircase here. Boy, there's a lot of cobwebs. I think if I had to walk in there, I'd kill myself. That is creepy in there.
I see it just fine from out here. So this next segment we're going to show you takes us upstairs to Al Capone's office. I thought this was really cool because the outside of the office he had a nameplate that said, Chairman of the Board, Alphonse Capone. We went inside and we set the REM pod down.
And almost within like 20 seconds of setting it down, the REM pod fired for no reason. There was nothing around it. I then picked up the REM pod and tried to get more responses, which we didn't get. But that REM pod should not have gone off at that point. Okay, Al. Okay, I'll do that again. Come on, I'll go by that device. There was a sledgehammer in the room there, and I was joking. I asked Capone if he could lift it up and knock me on the toes with it. And almost directly after that, there was an EVP of some kind of voice, and it's really hard to hear. Again, put headphones on. Hey, look, Al, there's a sledgehammer over here. You can knock somebody's brains in. Come on, Al. Pick that sledgehammer up. You can knock me on the toes. So while we were recording and walking around upstairs, right after that toe knocking question EVP, there was a really strange sound, 2 EVPs that were picked up on a digital recorder on the 3rd floor. And they weren't on the 1st floor, and they were EVPs of a cap sound or a popping sound, almost like a small caliber pistol. And we couldn't really explain why that was there. Hey Al, this is your office. One of them.
Hey, I heard footsteps above us. Because usually, they want you to talk in low, hushed tones because there's music playing.
At this point in the investigation, we went upstairs, the 3rd floor, to investigate, and we set the REM pod up in one of the rooms that they were storing a lot of the Capone pictures. We also walked around and asked a series of questions in the upstairs hallway and rooms, and there was this little small creepy closet that I decided to go into to see if I could invoke Capone maybe to do something, hit me, tap me, or whatever. So,
Sure glad it was you that went into that closet and not me, though, because I am definitely claustrophobic.
and
I hate spiders.
Spiders in there. Okay, we're upstairs on the 3rd floor, here with Art and myself, and we're gonna walk around here. They got the pictures here of Al. Let's put the sensor down right here. Actually, let's put it by, look at this, we got some toys right here. Maybe Al love toys.
Right by Al Capone Avenue.
Why don't you go buy these toys? Anybody likes toys? Do you like any of these toys? Is this Al here? Let's make sure we're not being fooled here. Let's debunk this and make sure that we're not being fooled by the metal. Okay. Let's let it reset. It resets in 10 seconds. Okay, now we reset it. Now we're back by the toys here. Is anybody here with us that likes toys? Right by the Al Capone Avenue, if you go near that sign. Just touching the metal. Okay, we're in the kitchen, and I have a sensor right there. If anybody's here in this room with us right now, spirits, communicate with us. And just talk into that device, say hello, tell us your name, or go in there, let us know you're here. Did anybody die up here? And if you did, what room did you die in? I can't record, man. I'm gonna go in this little creepy ass closet. I'm gonna close the door. Okay, I'm in here by myself. Al Capone, if you're here, why don't you slap me, hit me, pinch me? I'm in this creepy little closet with spider webs. Now's your chance to get me. I can't move. Come on, all I see is the cobwebs moving. Okay, I'm leaving. Give you the opportunity to kick my butt. A little creepy.
Glad you did it and not me.
One of the last experiments we did was a ghost box session on the first floor. And we're still monitoring the paraselfie as we're asking these questions. And we weren't really getting any responses. So we're kind of getting a little antagonistic with what might be there. And we kind of asked if anything's there and they want us to get out of there, if they could just say, leave. And we got a very interesting ghost box response that we're going to show you.
Yeah, Robert, as soon as we heard that, we looked at each other and we both knew what we'd heard, and that we definitely pissed somebody off.
Yeah. Okay, we've been here for quite a while. You're probably annoyed by us and all this electromagnetic radiation going on and us walking around. So if you want us to get the hell out of here, just say get out or leave. So I'm going to show you the audio of that word leave that came through the ghost box. This is Adobe Edition software, and I brought the audio into the program, and this is the word leave right here. I'll play it. What you see here, this width right here, is 100 milliseconds, and this is the channel changes of the ghost box. I had it set to 100 milliseconds. So it essentially changes the channel, goes up to the next channel every 1/10 of a second. So the word leave is not one channel. It's actually the combination of 4 separate channels. And this is a digital FM radio that's scanning. So there's no bleed from the next channel to the next. So that's credibility to the response leave. Okay, that sounded like leave to me. That was pretty cool. That was somebody telling us to leave. You want us to get the hell out of here, huh? If that was somebody answering me, can you give us your name?